is up, guys? EJ here, back with another video. And today it's going to be my Blu-ray DVD update for December 4th, 2012. So I've got 10 new movies to show you. 6 Blu-rays and 4 on DVD. Sort of a mix of horror, thrillers, and a little bit of sci-fi. And one director in particular. Sort of completing my collection when it comes to him. So let's get started. So up first we have Attack the Block on Blu-ray from last year. I really enjoyed this film. Very cool sort of sci-fi action movie set in the slum in London, in the projects. These aliens come down and start invading and attacking people. Some very cool effects. And a fun cast. I don't know any of the actors offhand, but it was a really cool flick. I heard a lot about it through most of the fall of last year. People were talking about it, and I decided to rent it, and I liked it. So that's Attack the Block. Okay, up next. Now, if you were watching my 31 Days of Horror, you know I ran into a couple of problems. And one of those was Frozen, the Blu-ray that I got, did not work. So I tried sending it back and I got a new one, and that did not work either. So I sent that one back and I decided to give up. I'm not going to get Frozen. I might watch it at some point, but I just said screw it. I'm going to replace it with a different film to add to my collection, and that's this one. The Disappearance of Alice Creed from 2010 with Gemma Arterton and Eddie Morrison. Really good, solid thriller about the kidnapping of a young girl played by Gemma Arterton. I really like the performances by her and Eddie Morrison. It's a pretty straightforward film, but it has some nice twists and turns. Especially involving Arterton and the other kidnapper. His name's Martin Compston, British actor, I'm assuming. It's a British film. Yeah, I liked Gemma Arterton in this, and I also saw her in Tomorrow Drew that same year. Not as good as this film, in my opinion, but I really enjoyed her in this, and it's a good little thriller if you like kidnapping and those type of movies. I thought she was very good. Okay, up next, a movie, well, this sort of got a lot of shit before it even came out, and it's mainly due to the popularity of the original. All the horror fans on YouTube especially love the original, and this film sort of got a bad deal before it even came out, and that is Fright Night. The remake from last year with Colin Farrell and Anton Yelchin. Toni Collette as the mom, I thought was good. You've got Christopher Mintz-Plasse. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. There was something about it. I really wasn't expecting much going in, because I know how great the original is. I have it in my collection, obviously, and it's a big favorite among many horror fans, as is the sequel to it, Fright Night 2. Which I have not seen, but I love the cover. I've seen it plenty of times now on various people's videos. But yeah, this was a pretty good, faithful remake of Fright Night, and I thought Colin Farrell was very good, and yeah, I enjoyed it. David Tennant is in it, of course, as well. Sarah 1228 would be remiss if I did not mention him as well. Yeah, Fright Night, the remake, was pretty cool in my opinion. Okay, up next, a film, a blind buy. I haven't seen this, but my man Andrew Ballina from Down Under, he did a great video a couple months back during October about the big 4 French horror films. And I saw Martyrs. I bought it and watched it during my 31 Days of Horror. But he also recommended these 2 other movies. I'll get to the other one later. But I picked up Frontiers from 2007. Don't really know anything about it. I haven't seen it yet. The French answer to Hostel and Saw, it says on the back. So I'm expecting a pretty violent film. So definitely looking forward forward to watching this. I don't understand already why the title is the way it is, Frontier with the S in parentheses, but looking forward to watching this. Okay, up next, I didn't really like this film when I first saw it in the theaters, but I decided what the hell, I'm going to complete my my Rob Zombie collection today, and that's Halloween 2 from 2009. Yeah, I actually liked his remake of the original Halloween. I thought it was pretty good. I thought the first half of his Halloween was a fantastic movie. All the stuff he did with young Michael Myers I thought was cool. I guess I like the girl in this, Taylor Scout Compton, but overall I didn't really care for this. But what the hell? I'm completing my Halloween collection and my Rob Zombie collection with this movie and something else that's coming up. So that's Halloween 2. Okay, up next, again, credit to Andrew Ballina, because I watched Hatchet during my 31 Days of Horror, and I really liked it, but I was sort of pissed off at the ending. The way it ended sort of did not work at all for me, in my opinion. But he told me you gotta check out the sequel, so I picked up Hatchet 2 on Blu-ray from 2010. Yeah, I haven't seen it, of course, directed by Adam Green, sort of replacing Frozen as well, because he directed that. I really enjoyed Hatchet. I thought the character of Victor Crowley was pretty cool. Had some fun, cheesy dialogue, the original cast, some good nudity. So definitely looking forward to seeing what happens in Hatchet 2, because he told me this film starts off basically where that movie ends. And the ending of Hatchet really sort of ticked me off. So looking forward to watching that. Okay, next we have another Rob Zombie film I saw a couple years ago, and like I said, completing my Rob Zombie collection, and that's The Haunted World of El Superbeasto, his animated sort of pulp horror film, if you like, from 2009. I rented this on Netflix, yeah, about a year and a half ago, something like that. It wasn't great. The animation is sort of typical 2D, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's got a Mexican-style wrestler taking on Satan, Nazi zombies, a couple of strippers. One of them is voiced by Sherry Moon Zombie and Rosario Dawson. Paul Giamatti as Satan, very cool, and yeah, Tom Papa as El Superbeasto. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't great. I enjoyed sort of the zaniness of it, but I wanted to pick it up to complete my Rob Zombie collection. Okay, moving on. Again, one of the big four French horror films, a credit to Andrew, and that is Inside, also from 2007, a blind buy. I have not seen it, but I saw a trailer for it before I watched Martyrs. It was on that DVD that I watched, and it looked pretty interesting then. It looks very bloody, looks very interesting, crazy women, one of them is pregnant, and yeah, looking forward to watching this. Hopefully I'll watch this month sometime. So that's Inside. Okay, up next, a lot of sort of sequels and remakes I'm going through at the moment. We have Piranha on 3D from 2010. This is, of course, the remake of the 1978 Roger Corman film, directed by Alexandre Aja, or Aya. I never know how to say that guy's name. I really enjoyed this with Elizabeth Shue. You got Ving Rhames, Kelly Brook was awesome, and I forget the porn star's name who was in this as well, the blonde. I should know offhand, but I don't. Yeah, lots of great nudity, some good gore. The bloodbath scene was really cool in this film. I saw Piranha 3 Double D a couple months ago. That was awful. The highlight of that movie was David Hasselhoff, his cameo, and that's not saying very much. But the original, the one from a couple of years ago, Piranha 3D, was actually a lot of fun. I liked it a lot when I saw it. Okay, last but not least, a film that I did not love at first, and sort of disappointing, to be honest. And that is Shutter Island from 2010, of course, directed by Martin Scorsese, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Mark Ruffalo. Before this film came out, I was really sort of big anticipating it, because I'm a big Scorsese fan, obviously, and Leo DiCaprio is one of my favorite actors. I like pretty much the first hour and a half, and the ending sort of spoiled it for me. I did not like the ending of this movie, and for obvious reasons if you've seen it. But I sort of understand why it went in that direction. It's sort of the only way you have to go in these type of movies. DiCaprio and Ruffalo play two detectives who go to an island where there's an insane asylum to investigate the disappearance of one of the patients. And of course, it's very well done. The sets are great. The costumes, the performances by DiCaprio and Ruffalo, obviously, and Scorsese's direction is top notch. I just did not like the ending, and it really sort of soured me on the movie. But I decided to finally pick it up because it's been too long. So those are the 10 movies I picked up. Assortment of Blu-rays and DVDs. A little bit of horror. Actually, quite a bit of horror. Some thrillers. So let me know what you think of these movies. And I'll also be putting a link for Andrew Ballina's channel in the description. He's a great guy, a big horror fan, has a great collection. And a lot of these movies are because of him. I should also mention, during my 31 days at the end, I also ran into a problem with Rec 2, the copy that I won from Jesse, aka Midnight Crawler, or a Demented Domain. But I got a replacement for it, and I watched it like when it came in. I really enjoyed it. I really liked the first Rec film, and yeah, this one was sort of different. It sort of went in a different path than I was expecting. The first movie sort of feels more like a zombie film, like a zombie survival movie, and this one sort of delves into possession and demonic forces, that type of thing. Yeah, I thought it was really good. Not as good as the original, but I still liked it a lot. So that is my bonus for the week, Rec 2. Finally got a chance to watch that. So thank you for watching as always, and until next time, I'll see you.
Bond. James Bond.